fix this in the editing.
Yes, we can.
Okay, said a little bit louder.
This better be good because you really, it's a big deal.
No heckling until the show starts. This is like pre-heckling. Can I have your attention, folks? What is it? You're gonna take a bow. Good. Take a bow. Take a bow. There you go. All right, well done.
With the hat.
Okay. All right. Get these pig kids back to Bay Ridge where they came from. Get out of here. Come on. Get out of the way. Get out of here.
Never worked with
In any event, before the entertainment portion. Okay. Folks, can I have your attention? Or just ignore us, but be quiet. Before the entertainment portion of the day begins, we'd just like to give thanks for being Americans and for being in this great country and living in this wonderful neighborhood with all these overpriced apartments. And so Tina is going to lead us in song in her rendition of God Bless America. Tina? And anyone feel free to join in, especially if you know a couple of the words.
Better know the words.
We may have gone to a commercial break here.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the light with the light from above. From the mountain to the prairie. I have to wait for the music. To the oceans. Everybody please sing. White with foam. God bless America. My home, sweet home. All right, we're gonna cut it. Okay, Michael.
Okay.
Thank you, Tina. There's nothing to sign up for, sir. What do you want to sign up for?
You guys got Country Road, John Denver?
We're not ready for that.
All right,
That
we'll get
portion
ready
comes
for
a little bit later on.
Sorry, I
a little bit later
got
on. Okay. Okay. Who brought this guy to the party? Okay. Okay, folks. So to kick off our annual 4th of July celebration, I'd just like to take a few minutes to point. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Can you make that just a tad louder, Tina?
What? I can't make it any louder.
Okay. That's as loud as it gets. I'd like to point out for a few folks for special thanks and some others for special attention. I'd also like to highlight some of the high and low points of our small block party community since last year. First, and please stand and stop talking and be recognized, John Rocco Scarantino over there. Now, Rocco is the president of the organizing committee. He's also its only member. Remember, without Rocco, there's no party. Rocco, take another bow. Second, let's thank our musical hostess, Tina, for providing today's sound system, along with her professional voice. Okay. The first one to cheer. That didn't go unnoticed, Tina. Okay. A little musical history about Tina. Tina once auditioned for TV's American Idol. And after her audition, the show's producers told Tina that she had a lovely voice. But unfortunately, she was over the age limit for contestants by 52 years. Thank you, Tina.
Thank you.
right, a little page turn. Okay. Let's also thank all of those folks who prepared, cooked, and provided food and drink for today. You know who you all are. Thank you, one and all. Okay. Now, a word regarding this year's food. I'm happy to report for the first time ever, all of the food has been certified kosher by Rabbi Murray Scarantino, who happens to be Rocco's half-brother. Okay? Yes, it's true. Rocco has Jewish roots. And not too many people know that Rocco was given up for adoption by an Orthodox Jewish family in Borough Park as a child. His birth mother explained that he never looked good in a yarmulke and preferred meatballs to matzo balls. He was also a bedwetter. So in her words, and I quote, "We had no choice but to give him up. And besides, we had 8 other children. So it was no great loss." Thank you again, Rocco.
I gotta go to the bed.
All right.
There's no more about you anyway. Go ahead.
Okay, worries.
Just give me a half an hour to turn the page. Okay. I'd also like to single out for a big Dennett Place thank you. Today's videographer, Jay, right here. Jay has taken time from his busy schedule to record today's event. As you may know, Jay is a well-known and well-respected photographer and documentarian who's worked all over the world. Okay? Jay's latest work is a self-help video, and it's entitled "How to Look Busy When You're Actually Not Doing Anything." Jay is hoping it will be as successful as his first video, which was entitled "How to Get Through Marriage Without Using the F Word." His lovely wife Karen, his lovely wife Karen will be selling copies. We're selling copies of both videos out of a cardboard box on their stoop. Okay? For anyone interested in purchasing them, Jay and Karen have graciously agreed to 4th of July. You okay, Lester? To 4th of July promotional pricing. So for today only, they're selling the videos for $5 each and $9 for the pair. Who doesn't like discount pricing? Thank you, Jay.
You're welcome.
Okay. Now we're getting closer. We're getting closer, Nicole. Okay. Now this year, one of our neighbors, Georgia Parks, right here. Georgia, identify yourself. She'll reach an important milestone. Georgia will be coming up on 35 years at 202 Nelson Street. Okay. I can remember back all those years ago when Georgia and her little girl Nikki. Where's Nikki? Here I am. Her little girl Nikki moved in. Georgia was a bright, energetic, fun to be around person with a beautiful young daughter. She had all green lights ahead of her. Watch out, world, here I come. Okay? Life was hers for the taking. Unfortunately, all those years have taken a toll on Georgia. Today, Georgia can often be seen wandering up and down Nelson Street in mismatched socks looking for a car, yelling at the police, or screaming at the Pakistani contractors in the park. Okay? She's also taken a short course in Pakistani so that she can scream at them in their own language. Okay? And who said life was easy, Georgia? Congratulations. I'm in the water, Peter. I'm going to get electrified. I'm going to get electrified. Now, there's Marie. Now, I'd also note that for special recognition is our longest tenured resident, and incidentally, this year's block party queen, Marie DeFury. Now, Marie has lived at 200 Nelson Street for 80 plus years. Wow. Marie recalls, and I quote, "Back in the day, we had no indoor plumbing, no running water, or electricity. We used to fetch water from the Gowanus Canal, crap in a bucket in the backyard, and play checkers a lot. We made it work." Congratulations, Marie. On a personal note, I'd like to recognize mine and Valerie, this is my wife here, our upcoming 43rd wedding anniversary.
And Valerie's
Now,
birthday.
well, that's later. So, when asked what the secret to her long marriage was, Valerie stated, and I quote, "Mike, that's me, Mike is easy to get along with if you ignore everything he says. And don't mind having sex once a year. I love you too, Valerie. All right.
What, you got a whole book there?
Well, I don't want anybody to be left out, especially Nicole. Okay? At this point, I'd like to report on the fruits of our neighborhood beautification program and single out two ladies for special commendation. First, Nicole Dunn. Nicole, would you please put your hand up and be recognized? For the beautifully imagined and meticulously executed work in front of her house, right down there, on the right. Okay? I call it the trellis on Dennett. When I asked Nicole what kind of greenery she put on it, she told me, and I quote, "It's a mild strain of poison ivy. Just enough to keep the kids off my property." Nicole, thank you. Our second commendee is Dee Scarantino. Dee, for her newly installed lawn, which, when it matures, will be a source of pride for all of us. Dee had a variety of grass imported from her home state of Minnesota. And Dee commented, and I quote, "The lawn connects me with my Midwest upbringing, and I like that. Plus, it provides enough healthy mosquitoes to keep away any dogs from doing their business in front of my house. Keep up the good work, Dee."
Yay.
All right, be quiet. You'll take a bow in another 10 minutes. Okay. And just a quick note regarding the towers that are being built here in the middle of the block. You may have seen them when you came in at 10 Place. I spoke to the new owner, who informed me that the finished building will have a doorman and that the bottom floor will be occupied by a Mercedes dealership and a Starbucks. Now, some of you may know, especially on this side of the party, that Michael and Joanne recently sold out of this property here. You know, they cashed out a few months ago, and they moved to Florida to work on their wrinkles. Well, it seems that during the demolition phase of the new job here, the contractor, Dominic, he discovered a few objects that Mike and Joanne unintentionally left behind. And that list of items includes one unopened case of Simon Ice. You old enough to know what Simon Ice is? 2 deluxe gold-tip hoses. This is for this side of the street. Yeah. An album of 5x7 photos labeled baby pictures. The pictures, however, were not of Mike's children. They were photos of all the red cars he has owned since 1961. Okay? Let's see. Also found was Joanne's honeymoon diary. That's my sister. From 1962. For some reason, all the pages were ripped out. I forwarded these items to their Florida address and haven't yet heard back from them. We miss you, Joanne and Michael.
Yes, yay!
Yay.
Yeah, he was the original Barnum to his Bailey. You know, those are the guys that threw the big party. For someone who wasn't able to make the party today because she had a better place to be, a literary note about Kim Esposito, who lives up the street there. It's come to my attention that Kim has recently had her memoirs published in a book form. The book recounts Kim's childhood, her courtship by John, the ups and downs of raising 3 children, and the difficulties of moving from 196 Nelson Street to 7 Dennett Place. I had an advanced copy of the book, and I'm happy to report I couldn't put it down. For anyone interested, the book is available on Amazon, and the book is titled One Woman's Life, the Kim Esposito Story, and the subtitle is Most People Want to Live, I Want to Die. Good luck, Kim. She actually said that. And I think we're coming up on the end here. Now, I usually like to end these reports on a positive note, but I remind you that I don't make the news, I just report it. That being said, I have one item of legal news to pass along. Sadly, and I'm very sad to report, that Eddie Lepori, the dog that lives at 18 Dennett Place, has retained a veterinary lawyer from the ASPCA. Eddie is bringing an action against his owner, one Fran Lepori. Fran, identify yourself.